Hello, so I'm doing this guide because all of the devs I've seen are mostly 1-year-old and some are dated. Good luck with your mining. So in the past week I actually tried to do some mining. I didn't know what to do for getting at the end of the crystal hollows in a small amount of time, and for solving this I watched some videos. In particular, what armors do you have to use for mining on a Hypixel Skyblock, what tools do you need, and eventually also the technique to reach higher levels. Today I will not cover the first two parts, but instead I will show you how to get a ton of Heart of the Mountain experience in a very small amount of time. I will skip the low levels of Heart of the Mountain because they are very basic. You just have to do Dwarven commissions as much as you can. Eventually you can buy Picolimbus 2000 as soon as you get to Heart of the Mountain 3, so you can follow this guide. Now, we find ourselves in the Crystal Hollows. To actually do an effective experience farming here, you will need a drill or pickaxe that has a breaking power that is 7 or higher. There's plenty of commissions that are here, but we can split them in two groups, or pools as the wiki likes to call them. In the first one we have the short ones, in the other one we have the long ones. Obviously the best way to get more experience is to farm these short ones, and that's what we're going to do. The long ones are called the type of crystal, Crystal Hunter. Basically, what you have to do is get the crystal of the designed Crystal Hollow area and right-click on it. This way you will complete the quest and you'll therefore be able to place this crystal in the nucleus. It's long doing it because even the faster crystal would take a minimum amount of like 5 minutes, and time is money here. By the way, it's kind of useless completing the nucleus as well, so if you don't have the effort, just avoid that too. Also, one quest that I like to call long is Boss Coriones Lair. It actually is very fast, you go there and you kill him, but most of the times you don't even know where he is in the Crystal Hollow map. And searching for him is a big pain, so I usually skip that quest too. The short commissions are all the other ones. Mine 1000 of a Gemstone type, slay 13 automatons, team treasure members, yogs or goblins, slay 5 theists, slay 25 sludges, mine 1000 hardstone and open 3 chests. In the Gemstone Collector commissions we find only 6 types of gemstones, excluding the Jasper because it is at breaking power 9 and most of the drills and pickaxes don't reach that far. In your commission menu, the maximum amount of long quests is 2, and vice versa with the short ones. This means that you will have to grind those, and only those, 2 slots. One thing that can slow you, if you will, is not having a breaking power of 8 and finding Topaz Collector in your slots. This results you in having only 1 slot available to farm, but don't worry, it is much more than enough. Moving on, we can actually divide all those quests into their areas. We have amethysts, theists and sludges into the jungle area, automatons and sapphire in the precursor remnants, goblin and amber in goblin burrows, team treasure members and jade in mithril deposits, and for last, topaz and yogs into the magma fields. We're left with Ruby Gemstone Collector, mine 1000 Heartstone and Chest Looter, which can be all done anywhere. What I suggest doing is easily organize yourself to optimize the experience farming. For example, if I have Amethyst Collector and Automaton's Lair, I would first do the Amethyst one and will go on farming that same commission slot until I would eventually have a commission that is in the same area of Automaton's Lair. You can apply this organization with every type of commission on whichever area. And you should do this for commissions like Mine 1000 Heartstone and the Chest Looter one, since you get chests by mining Heartstone. The map of the Crystal Hollows is very big, and to actually arrive at the point where you're finishing the commissions fast, you will have to find all the structures in which the mobs spawn in. For example, for a Goblin Slayer quest, it's better to find this, whatever it's called, structure, instead of other, because it generates way more goblins and you can do 13 kills without waiting, whereas for instance in this one, you would need more than 2 waves that would eventually waste you big time. For the automatons, it's best to kill them in the precursor city. For sludges, it's best to kill them inside this kind of little enclosed biome. For team treasurite members, this place with a big statue, and for the yogs, just give a visit to Bal. For Gemstone Collector, I suggest to go to the nucleus, head for the right area and find a vein or start digging a bit inside of the Heartstone. There are 2 ways to farm short commissions. The first being swapping through lobbies in order to find the biome you need, which is definitely inconsistent and some other YouTubers recommend to do. The other way is this. As you may have already noticed, the way I organize myself is by using waypoints, which display you where the things are every time. Doing so, you will never need to search a thing again. To get a waypoint mod, you can either download Loner Client, I'm actually using that, or Bad Lion Client, in which I heard there is also a mini-map which shows you the 4 quadrants of the Crystal Hollow that can be helpful. There are surely other clients that give you a waypoint mod, but these two are the best, and also if you have a potato PC, they will help you with your FPS issues. You should, for example, set a waypoint into the Goblin structure, at the city, at the Khazad-dûm, and at the Sludge's Little Jungle biome, as well as putting 4 waypoints at the Nucleus tunnel in order to know where the Nucleus is and which entry is the closest. If you don't want to lose your time, if you eventually open some chests, you can get a wishing compass, with which you can locate the closest important structure to you. Also, if you want, you can ask the lobby the coordinations of something you need, and if they're kind enough and they know the coords, they will eventually give them to you, and doing so, you can set the waypoint. Every Crystal Hollow mine doesn't have all types of structures that you can find in the wiki. They have a few of them for each area. This is why finding the perfect lobby with the structures I told you of before may be a problem sometimes. Eventually, it is not a big problem. The way to avoid this is just find some other minor effective structures and set a waypoint to them and naming them like Sludges 1 and Sludges 2 and so on. Now I think I covered everything about commission farming. One thing that can improve is mining tunnels that go from the structure to the nucleus closest entrances, and doing so you will literally be a lightning doing commissions. If you don't want to do that, you surely learn by time the pattern of tunnels that you will have to take from the nucleus to the structure, and also make sure to have a high number of speed, as well as an aspect of the end in your inventory to travel faster. Last thing, as soon as you get your Royal Pigeon, you will feel way more fast, because you won't need to go back to the nucleus to start a new quest. My experience was kinda easy. When I reached Heart of the Mountain level 5, I made myself an X355 drill. Then I stopped playing for about a year and a half. When I came back, I farmed Crystal Hollows to get to the Heart of the Mountain 6 for a day, bought myself Full Sorrow and an overpowered Gemstone Gauntlet, and then just farm my way up to Heart of the Mountain 7. This was pretty intense for me, and my goal was to also get a ton of Gemstone and Meteor Powder after reaching the top, but I actually stopped playing Skyblock.